family here. They take care of you. It's like from different backgrounds and cultures. We take and put it as a one team. And then we work all together. No fighting, nothing bad. It's just doing the right thing.
Once upon a time, in a far corner of our round earth, a group of kids were powerfully drawn together. Some say that it was destiny, others say it was chance or some mysterious force. But we like to call it circus magic.
Years ago, Brent and Laurence came back from overseas and they wanted to bring youth together in this country, youth from different backgrounds and cultures. And they used circus as a medium to bring kids together.
I'd spent most of my life in the circus, traveling abroad, meeting wonderful people, and the circus life had been very, very good to me. And I wanted to pass that back on to some of the youth of South Africa. Circus has an incredible way of bridging gaps between kids. Yeah, they learn to trust and depend on each other and live and work together like a family.
It's giving me a completely different approach to life. It's giving me knowledge about myself, it's giving me knowledge about children, about what bad condition they can come from and what future they can hope for. It really gave me a new perspective in life. So I give a lot of my time, but it brings me really lots and lots of joy to see the kids come out of themselves, and it's an immense reward for me.
I walked into Zip Zap and they were already starting to do the warm-ups and stuff and stretching, you know. And I sat on the chair where most of the visitors sit to watch the practice. And Laurence called me into the ring to join them for the warm-up, you know. And like from that moment on, I felt welcomed at Zip Zap. So I felt at home, you know, ever since then. That's why I kept on coming.
Brent and Laurence's main ambition is to reach out to as many kids as possible.
They've really built something amazing. No matter what, they're accepting and they're forgiving, and they've gone through so much, and they still have the same passion and joy that they had when they first started.
Brent and Laurence refuse to take money from kids.
Basically, the school is free. We don't charge. If you want to come, it's up to you. If you really want to do circus, then we don't push the kids as well. You know, the kids must want to do circus. They must want to be here.
We accept anyone. If you want to be here, then we'll accept you. As long as you want to be here and work together, then that's cool with us.
They're mentors. I mean, they're there for you. They're more than friends, because they've got that mentor relationship with you where they tell you when you do something wrong, they tell you when you do something right, but they're always there to support you through it all.
The children guide us. The decision that we make comes from the needs of the children. We're adapting to the children. Instead of us asking them to fit in our system, we're adapting to their needs. So they have different needs, and the school has grown because they ask us to create a professional wing, because they ask us to open a safe house, because they ask us to create classes for little one. That's why we created it. So yes, they are the boss.
We try to encourage the children to build their own circus school. The carpentry, I mean, they've built the circus school we're sitting in. They've built the floor, the offices, the stage. In that way, the children feel ownership of Zip Zap.
That's the best thing for me about Zip Zap is the fact that we're a family, because everything we do together. You know, from the shows, from traveling, from training together, we do everything together as a family.
I always wanted a big family, so here I am. And I really feel like I want to raise every child. So I don't always have the time, so I count on the older one to raise the little one. But I think this is the best value, is a family value. You care about each other, you support each other in the hard times, you have fights and arguments and you learn to sort them out. and if you have that good sense of family value, I think you are ready for the future.
Well, Zip Zap's done a lot because firstly it's given a home to many kids that didn't have a home. I mean, we have a house in Arbs which is full of kids who stay there and who don't really have homes or places to go.
I'm saying if you've got like maybe a difficult background, like at your place where you've grown up, Zip Zap, like if you are a Zip Zap member, then you are welcome to stay in this house because this is what this house is all about.
Welcomes a lot of like international interns and stuff like that to come and experience Ob's House life and Zip Zap life.
Yeah. No, actually it helps us to actually learn each other's cultures and stuff like that, which is interesting.
Before I came to Zip Zap, I almost became a gangster and I almost still in people's house. As I found Zip Zap, and Zip Zap is like a home for me. It's like they are family to me because they take care of me for everything now. Because Zip Zap also takes you away from bad friends. After school, you come straight to Zip Zap and do circus, and you come home, you do your schoolwork, you do whatever you need to do, and tomorrow you go to school. So I think the thing is I have to study a lot and focus on what I want in my life so that I can get something better in life.
You learn to not notice the social difference anymore. We all have the same talent that we can work with, so no one is separated in that way. You don't even notice it.
Everyone gets to work together.
Definitely. You definitely learn to work as a team because most of the acts we actually do are at least 2 people and even more. So in that aspect, you have to learn to work as a team. But even just when we do the rigging or the setting up or preparing a show, we're always in a group.
It never ends as well, you know, because you started off as a little kid training, and now a few years later you're teaching. You kind of, like, in a way, you see yourself when you were young, you know.
Since you learned so much at Zip Zap, you learn from people older than you, who know better than you. So that means you must also, the skill you've learned, you must give it back to some of the kids that want to learn. Because you've got the skill, so why don't you share it?